Hello, welcome to the Road to the Elections, a conversation with Hill Harper, and we're live with Social Goals. And so happy that you could join us. Know that your schedule is super tight, especially being a single father and being a candidate for a U.S. Senate. So definitely appreciate you joining us today. Um, what people may not know is that you're a coffee shop owner. You're also a union organizer. You are a lawyer and you are a single father
Yes.
outside of being an actor. So we definitely appreciate you being here today on Social Goals Live. And we know that you're running for Senate in
Yes.
Michigan.
Yes.
So, what led you to that role to run?
I think that the whole aggregate of my life experiences, but most importantly, it's my son. You said I'm a single father, and when we think about the future and the state of our government, the state of our country, what kind of future are we leaving for my son's generation and for future generations if all they see is broken democracy and divisiveness, and they see so many people checking out of the process and not even wanting to get involved because good people, quite frankly, aren't running for office. Common sense isn't leading the way. People aren't fighting for people. And my son said to me as I was taking him to school when he was in first grade, he's in second grade now. He said one day, he said, "Daddy, I don't want to go to school." And I said, "Why?" He said, "Well, because um, they're going to shoot me." And I said, "They're going to shoot you?" What? And when you start peeling back the onion and you realize we're traumatizing our kids, having them do these active training, active shooter training drills in elementary school rather than actually solving the problem of gun violence. We're transferring the harm to young people and letting the NRA and the gun lobby dictate policy around safety and guns, et cetera. And so that's just one example of many that we see that there's collusion between our government interests and corporate interests, collusion between lobbyists, special interest groups, and policy. And people are being put last. And that's why so many people are checking out of the process. And so this is an open Senate seat here in Michigan. It's an opportunity for the people to be put first. Our candidacy is People First campaign, and actually it's getting a lot of help and support nationally because people want to see that happen with their senators. I'm hearing that all the time. It's like we want to take senators off the pedestal and make them a microphone of the people. And so when I say this candidacy is for everybody, I want everyone to walk into this Senate seat with me. It's about collective action, and it's resonating with folks. This is a grassroots campaign, and we believe come August 6th, we can win.
Love it, love it. And speaking of, it is a grassroots campaign and it's about the people. You have four priorities on your list that really stand out for what you're running for, and that's climate justice, in the filibuster, jobs and economic dignity, and then universal health care. Let's
That's right.
dig a little deep into universal health care. You being a cancer survivor yourself, um, healthcare can be very difficult and challenging for those who may not have the money. Let's
That's
just
right.
be honest. And it is something difficult to navigate, from where even sometimes doctors don't even want to see you if you're not carrying the funds
Yeah.
for them to see you. So tell us a little bit more about that priority that you stand for with your campaign.
Sure. Healthcare is very near and dear to me. I am a cancer survivor, as you mentioned. My father died of cancer. My uncle died of cancer. My grandfather died of cancer. So cancer runs through the male or the patriarch side of my family. And I'm also the son of two doctors. My father was a psychiatrist. My mother was an anesthesiologist. And when we think about the fact that the number one cause of personal bankruptcies in this country is healthcare and catastrophic medical, when we think about the fact that we pay more for this country for prescription drugs than any developed nation in the world. And we understand that Big Pharma in 2022 spent $375 million on elections. What are they going to spend in 2024? 425, 455, $500 million. We know there's a problem. 1/3 of all GoFundMe's are healthcare related. GoFundMe is not a health plan. We need universal health. If you get sick, you deserve to see a doctor. people pay taxes into our system for a reason. And the idea is to create a safety net of services that are the most important. And there's not, education and healthcare are these two foundational services that we are creating an unequal access to in terms of quality and access based off your income, your wealth level, and your community or your zip code. That has to end, and we can do so much better, and we will do better. And that's why I'm running for the Senate. And you mentioned end the filibuster. I'm going to have to be the 51st vote to end the filibuster so we can pass Medicare for all, pass universal health care, and make sure that folks have an opportunity to see a doctor if they get sick.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned income, and I know that the economy and jobs is also one of your priorities.
That's right.
Especially in Michigan, $10.10. We all know inflation has really hit everyone's pockets
That's right.
currently. And with you running, you seek to increase that minimum wage. I know that we definitely appreciate you for your time, but give us a little bit about that specific priority there.
So, we have an affordability crisis in this country. And we saw what happened with COVID. Prices went up and they have not come back down. They said it was because of supply chain. There was a massive money grab happening with pricing. And people who are on the lowest part of the food chain, so to speak, are getting hit the worst by far. You're talking about fundamental needs products are going up in price, right? We're talking about food. We're talking about gas. We're talking about, here in Michigan, auto insurance. Auto insurance is crushing so many people. In fact, the level of discrimination around auto insurance and zip codes and credit scoring and all of the discriminatory factors that are baked into current auto insurance. We need to get rid of the discrimination. We also need to stop the price gouging. Okay. There is a collusion between, big insurance and government and politicians, and we need to end that. And so in Michigan, for instance, I'm meeting so many people who are paying more. Now listen to this, paying more per month. I just met somebody at a senior facility the other day. She's paying more per month for her auto insurance than she pays on her car note itself. I mean, what kind of sense does that make? It doesn't make sense. And the fact that she's getting charged more because she lives in a zip code that's in the city of Detroit versus somebody who lives somewhere else, when it's not identifiable that her driving record is any worse, it makes no sense. And so we need to pass legislation that doesn't allow for discrimination, that you're based only on your driving. Yeah, you get a lot of tickets, you have accidents, your auto insurance premium should go up. But if you are someone who doesn't get tickets, hasn't had accidents, why are you getting charged significantly more just because of your zip code? We need to understand these things, that these are the things that are going on. And we need all to eat food, right? And if food prices continue to go up and we're allowing that collusion to happen, again, it's the poor communities that get hit the worst. And it's folks who don't have voice or agency. And that's why we need people to support our campaign, because we can win this seat and be a voice for the people, but we can only win it if the people come out and help us get there. So small dollar donations, $2, $5, $10 makes a huge difference in our campaign, because we're hiring organizers and young people across the state of Michigan. We're knocking on doors. We're doing phone banking, text banking, and we're reaching people. We can only do that if we have the low dollar support of the campaign.
And that you mentioned the low dollar support, you had the opportunity to have a $20 million donation, and being about the people, obviously that's something that would really help your campaign. Why did you turn that $20 million down?
I turned that money down because I won't be bought, I won't be bossed, I won't be bullied. And that's the problem with our government officials today, our elected officials. They're in the pockets of special interest and corporate interest. And I'm an independent thinker. I don't want to be bought and be bought off. And so I refused the money. And certainly I wasn't going to target the only Palestinian member of Congress. And I wasn't going to allow what I say and do to be dictated by special interest. I want to run for the people. The people weren't offering me 20 million. I wish the people would, through a whole lot of donations, give me replace that 20 for sure at hillharper.com. But the people weren't offering me that money. It was special interest. And whoever takes that deal, rest and believe that they're voting and their advocacy will be for that, and it has to be for that special interest group that got them in there. And I'm not going to be beholden to anyone like that.
Definitely understand. Definitely, Hill Harper is about the people for the people of Michigan. And as you can look there, you can donate to Hill Harper's campaign by simply visiting his website, www.hillharper.com. And anything else that you want to share with everyone out there today about Hill Harper, your campaign
Sure. I
running
just
in
want to
Michigan.
remind us that we're all in this together. And that if we understand our power, if we understand our collective power, then there's nothing we can't do and change. And too many of us, we sit back and we act as if things are happening to us, which they are, unless we decide to weigh in. And the folks I talk to that say, man, I'm not voting because nothing, not voting is actually voting. People don't realize that. Not voting is voting, because when it's low turnout, the same people get reelected and reelected and reelected. When there's high turnout, new people get the opportunity to be in those seats and create new leadership. And so I'm just hoping that people will buy in to my campaign and support it. If you know people in Michigan, spread the word. Please let them know we're taking on volunteers. We're taking on organizers. We're hiring young people and other folks across the state. And also, please go to hillharper.com and do what you can. Small donation, and then encourage 10 other people to donate. That is how we change the world. And that's how we walk into the Senate and sit down at this seat together. Remember what Shirley Chisholm said. She said, if you don't have a seat at the table, then bring a folding chair. We got to bring a whole lot of folding chairs to this table, because those 100 folks that are sitting in the Senate now aren't truly representing the people. And I want to change that.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you so much, Hill Harper. Again, we appreciate your time.
Great work. Thank you.
Yes, I definitely appreciate you. And again, www.hillharper.com. Make sure you go, make sure you volunteer your time, make sure you donate. Small dollar amounts matter, voting matters. Be there so that you can show up for yourself, because
and to that point, March 31st, so soon at midnight, is our reporting deadline for the first quarter. So we're just trying to do the best we can with donations before March 31st at midnight, because that makes a big difference about sending a message that there is a lot of support. So that's why, even if it's $2, the numbers of people, we can say we had 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 individual donations. That sends a message that it is people powered. So I'm just so grateful and thankful for anybody who takes the time to support and know this. I'm not going to let you down, and I'm not going to be one of these politicians that disappear after you get them elected. We're going to go in there together. We're going to fight together.
And I'm on mute. Thank you so much. Love it. Thank you for being here with us. We definitely appreciate you. Again, www.hillharper.com. Have a great night.
Thank you. God bless, and happy Easter, everybody who celebrates.
Thank you. Happy Easter.
Ramadan Mubarak, and happy everything, everybody. Love and peace.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.